a good conscientious
What do you want to start with?
human, because I don't want to touch anything with my fork. I don't think I am contagious anymore, but I don't want to start spreading anything. We're going to get the classic French service here.
Okay.
I want to try the shrimp Luciano, because I had the shrimp cocktail last time. I had the meatball and the Sunday gravy, and I got to save some meatball for our man Evan Darnell, who's going to be joining us in the next and final segment. But yeah, give me. I sound like some crass Brooklynite. Would you mind if you could serve a little bit of that beautiful shrimp Luciano?
Of course.
Thank you.
Piece of meatball, pasta.
And I don't need them. You know what? I do want to taste the meatball. Right. And let's get back to the debates on the meatball, because you said it could be, call it gravy, call it sauce. Don't call me late for Sunday dinner. That's the only thing. But Maddie, with the no breading, no filler meatball, I got into an argument with a good friend of mine this morning, because I told him about this meatball and how he's got to try it. And you guys do, it's a blend of meat and veal. I mean, beef and veal, right? And you kind of keep away from the pork for local considerations. Some people don't eat pork. But my friend swears by, I guess, I'll say the name because it's a world famous joint, Rayo's. He says Rayo's uses the, I guess, some bread, some panko breadcrumbs in their meatball.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But Dino's a dear friend of mine from Rayo's, the chef.
Yeah.
Very good, great guy, great chef, great guy, great place. I don't know their recipe.
Okay.
So I couldn't, I don't know. But everything's, they do.
My buddy was saying it was a copycat recipe and that he swears by it. But everybody has their own style. Yeah. And I say, like if it works for one restaurant.
But you could see in the meatball, it's all meat.
Yeah, it's Lubie, you got to take a picture of that for the social media later. But it's beautiful. It's a wall of meat. Beef and veal.
Nice.
A beautiful thing. And I'm going to take a bite now.
So I'm going to tell you something that I should say off the air, but I need you to share this on Let's Eat Again. I hit something by accident and it ended the stream. We are live now, but it's a second stream. So it needs to be shared.
You did a reboot?
I did. By doing the B-roll camera, I hit a button by accident that should not have affected the stream, but of course it did affect the stream.
Well,
so we're live and we are here at 388.
The perils of live streaming.
Italian by Mr. Sal.
All right. Can you send me the link
yes,
again?
I can.
And I will get take two.
This
online.
is the new link.
And I apologize to our hosts, but sometimes
that,
these glitches happen.
Yeah, sorry.
All
right, let's do this. But sorry about that, guys. So anyways, I know we're getting near the end of the year. I know it's New Year's. I know you guys are loaded up for New Year's. You say you've been open for a little over a year. What I'm curious is, how has this, we've mocked Boca, but you guys seem to be smiling and seem to be happy. How has this first year plus been here in Boca Raton for 388?
It's been, we're blessed. We have a great following from our restaurants in New York. We're blessed with a strong kitchen, great staff. Like Maddie said in the beginning, we had our troubles with air conditioning. So the people spoke, we listened, we did what we could to make this place as comfortable and as successful as possible. And, the people are speaking again. They're saying that our food is incredible and, we're getting a ton of repeat customers and, everyone's having a great time. And that's really all we can ask for.
That's that's what people go out to eat for, a good time. And do you ever have entertainment or music, or is that something you don't want to detract from the actual?
Yeah, I personally don't. We have background music.
Yeah.
And that's it. We tried last year. They tried with a DJ or something. I just wasn't a fan of it.
We like to keep the entertainment at the table.
Yeah.
We hired for personality. Our staff is very personable and we spend so much time at the table as is. We get a couple of laughs out of you. And, if you're having a business meeting, we know to stay away. So we have our own niches, but that's the live music wasn't really. That's something that this restaurant's built on.
And again, so many people, they really get annoyed when they're getting blasted in the eardrums and they're trying to have a conversation with their, their dining mates. And so I know I appreciate that. A couple of weeks ago, it was very easy to have a nice conversation in a crowded dining room. So again, it's point taken. A lot of places down here go the other route and try to put on a nightclub and a discotheque at the same time.
That's great. Also, that's it's what you want,
right?
It's what you want.
Hey, so Betty, you would tell me that besides your involvement here, that you have a hand in a lot of restaurants and that you also do some consulting.
I consult in restaurants. Yes, I'm a consultant.
So anything like local, mainly Long Island places?
Long Island, New York. of course, we have Chris and Tony's
Yep.
in Syosset, 388 in Roslyn.
So 388, there's another 388
Correct.
in Roslyn.
Correct.
So a
Correct.
lot of the people who come down here for the winter in South Florida are already familiar with the brand
Correct.
and the place.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Great. Lubie, do you want to take break number 2? And I've got to do a couple of other things, like a contest winner for our weekly Sunday Gulfstream 10 Palms contest. We have a single winner, no tiebreakers required. We can talk a little bit about the Dolphins and their playoff chances remaining alive. But first, I'm going to dig in, and I'm going to be a good host this week and not spit my food all over our fine restaurant hosts. So let's take our second break, and we'll come back with more from 388 Italian by Mr. Sal Boca Raton. Again, it's right on North Federal Highway, right between Glades and Yamato. Very easy to find in a strip mall here. Again, the address is
3360 North Federal.
You got it. Open 7 days a week, 5 to 10 p.m. Come on in, check it out. It's got some, you can see it. This is some quality food right here. And we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after these words.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C, 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the New River. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey district, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and all right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're at 388 Italian by Mr. Sal in Boca Raton. It is a lot of stuff going on here today. Besides a lot of food, we got Evan Darnell from Red Meat Lovers Club waiting in the wings. I've got to do a contest, and these guys, Maddie and Paulie, are so generous. They want to conduct a contest. They have a $100 gift card for here at 388. So if you're watching the show live today, on December 30th, you have a chance to win a $100 gift card. And we're going to be basically doing it the way that we do the Gulfstream contest, where you have to email me the answer. Email MikeMayoEats@gmail.com the answer to this question. What's the question, Maddie?
What's our most
What's the
Biggest
biggest seller?
Biggest seller.
At
Biggest seller.
388.
And food,
It's a
food,
And I'll
restaurant.
give
food.
you a hint. It's
Food.
on this table, and I have not taken a bite of it yet. And it's something I discussed earlier, that it has some breadcrumbs and a great sauce that you want to dunk. So
You want to win it yourself.
I don't want to win it. I want somebody, you got to give the people a chance. So again, if you tell me what is on this table that's the biggest seller here at 388, the first person, right now, to email MikeMayoEats@gmail.com will get a $100 gift card for right here at 388 Mr. Italian to use on a day of your choice. That's not New Year's Eve. But again, they're open 7 days, and I'm going to be monitoring it on the next break, and I will announce the winner. Meanwhile, it's time to announce the winner of the weekly 10 Palms Sunday brunch contest at Gulfstream. It was nice and easy this week. We had basically just 3 people had the winning horse. It was number 5 was the winning horse on the feature race, the contest race that we gave for Saturday's card. And the restaurant was a slam dunk gimme, Mai Kai, which just reopened after a major refurbishment, which is, I call it a polarizing place to work, a polarizing place because it's in Fort Lauderdale / Oakland Park. Some people seem to love it, and it has great tiki cocktails and culture. Some people say it's maybe a little too crowded, a little overpriced, and the food's not all that. But again, opinions are like, in my case, like meatballs, because everybody should have one. But that's not the answer. Sorry, Barbara Klein. All right, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com if you name the biggest seller here at 388. And the winner of the Gulfstream contest, it went to the Dolphins tiebreaker. It was a 2-way race. 3 people had the winning horse, which was number 5. That's Just a Care. And then it came down to 2 people. One had Dolphins winning by 10 points, and the other had Dolphins by 11. So if it was Dolphins by 10 or less, it was going to be Lisa Koch. Sorry, Lisa. The Dolphins scored that late garbage touchdown to make it a 17-point game, and that means the winner. And I don't know if he's ever won before. Paul Levinson, congratulations. You had Dolphins by 11 or higher. So you're the winner of this week's 10 Palms Sunday brunch contest at Gulfstream Park. Just let me know when date you want to go. I've already notified you by email, but well done, job well done. Thanks for participating. And I'll be monitoring the emails, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com, and somebody's going to get themselves a $100 gift card for right here. All right. Let's see. I want to welcome in Evan Darnell. So if you don't mind, I want to ask you guys about, you do private bookings and special events and all that stuff, right?
We'll rent the restaurant out. We have 2 rooms, so we'll rent each room if somebody wants to rent it. Even off season, if we're closed Monday, it's a large party. Even in season, daytime, we don't open. But if it's a large party, we will open.
Well, I'm bringing on just the man who might be interested in that, because he has this little group called Red Meat Lovers Club, and he loves doing buyouts at good restaurants because they put together some great shindigs. And I'm going to welcome now. I'm sorry.
It's been fun.
No. And Paulie, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you so much. I'm going to make my way through all the food, including the baked clams, people. baked clams. Um,
You're unbelievable.
I've got people sending in guesses, and they are
They're way off.
they're way off. So it's all good. Evan Tornell. Well,
No,
wanna
you're
hang
here.
out?
We want
Yeah,
you on,
it's
my
all right.
friend.
It's good.
Hang out with me.
Evan is he doesn't bite. He barks sometimes, but only when he's auctioning off items for charity. Evan, my man, welcome. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
I'm excited to be looking at a table full of deliciousness. You know where I'm coming on New Year's Eve. Only one place to come to.
And that's
Oh,
right
you're here.
Right
Oh,
here.
nice. Good for
Of
you.
course.
You should-
I'm excited for that.
Maddie, you should be flattered because this man has discerning taste. And now you said you've been here in its previous incarnation when it was a cigar.
Yeah.
lounge?
Well, this place actually holds a dear place in my heart because our first real event after COVID was right here in this room. And I didn't know after 7 months if the Red Meat Lovers Club would even be able to get back online. And when we had this event, we ended up having like 85 people in the end of 2020. And I knew that everything would be okay. It would be okay.
It's all good. So I guess just tell people a little bit what you guys are doing later in January
Yeah.
and who's going to be involved, because I know this meatball right here.
That looks like a serious contender. On January the 29th, which is a Wednesday, we are holding our Rib Cage Battle Part 5.
Nice.
And what the night is going to consist of is 6 restaurants, 1 amateur, are going to take over Delray Beach Boxing Club. And we're going to have a night of live boxing and 7 restaurants competing for best meatball this year. Every year we pick a different food that's going to be the battle. And this year it's meatballs. In previous years, it's been brisket, it's been ribs, sandwiches. And this year we have meatballs. And you know that a good meatball is as satisfying and as delicious as any food can be. So I'm excited for that.
Maddie, are you excited to take part and willing to
Absolutely.
put your I don't want to say
Balls on the line.
You got to take the puns when you can.
If it's there.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely. I'm sure everybody has great product.
well, no, there's going to be some good do you want to give the
Yeah,
rundown?
so we have in no order whatsoever. We got Mr. Sal's 388. What we have is Sicilian Oven. We have Prezzo. We have Windy City Meatball. We have Peter's Pizzeria. We have our caterer, Potions of Motion, headed by Sexy Chef. And then we have our amateur, David Saunders, who actually last year won the People's Choice Award with his sandwich. So he's coming strong, and we're excited about it. Windy City Pizza. So we've done a meatball battle once before. That was when we took over the
that was
Delray,
the tennis event.
exactly, the Delray Beach Open. So we
Defo
did-
still raves about that.
yeah,
event.
we had
Yep.
tennis and meatballs.
Right. Tennis ball meatballs.
Exactly.
Oh.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun. This year's charity is George Snow Scholarship Fund, and we're raising money every year. We send a kid to culinary school,
Perfect.
and
Yeah.
this will be the way that we're gonna do it. So we're gonna have a live auction, silent auction. We're gonna have a really fun raffle, and the tickets are at ribcagebattle.com.
ribcagebattle.com
Exactly.
and also on Eventbrite, right? So they could just
Exactly. That will go right to Eventbrite, and then you could pick up. I believe the tickets are around $100. I want to say $130. All you can meatball. We're setting up our signature cigar buffet. All you can smoke. The live boxing is a ton of fun. I think you get a drink included in that.
and championship belts will be awarded for both People's Choice and the judges.
Exactly.
In the
We're gonna have a belt, and we're having for the first time ever the turnover chain, the 5-pound
Okay.
solid turnover chain. That'll be for the judges' choice. We'll have the championship belt for the people's choice. Each award is prestigious. Each award shall be celebrated for years to come.
Well, it's a good charitable night. It's going to be a lot of fun, good-natured competition. And look, if I, having to eat 8 meatballs, I could deal with that. Are there the rumors are that you're going to be making me step into the ring against Jake Paul, and that my reward won't be like $5 million.
It'll be Saul
It
Paul,
won't be
his
5 million.
his third brother.
It'll be as many meatballs as you can consume. We have some great judges. You're obviously anytime that you're involved in any of the events that we do, it's a big time food event. And the incredible feedback I've heard about this restaurant.
Now, are you going to do a sneak peek and take a taste of the meatball?
You have to have
I will. The least thing I want to do is eat in front of the camera. There'll be
I do it
meatball
every
What do you mean? Are you
everywhere.
watching this
You're
man?
professional. I would
He's a
be
professional eater. He's not a professional eater. Believe me, anyone who's watched him, he's an amateur eater, professional critic, is what Mike Mayo is.
Correct. I would have a half a meatball stuck in my sneaker by the time the segment was done. But we're gonna have a great time. We have some really beautiful events coming up. We're taking over the Warren Restaurant in February. We're taking over Anthony's Runway in March. And then
in the summertime, we're going to have to do an event here.
We are. Well,
that would actually be a nice move.
This is if I could pinpoint the nucleus of the Red Meat Lovers Club. If you put a pin in here, circle a 3-mile circle, and that's where a lot of our people live.
Yeah, that's great, and I'm glad that we're going to be able to kind of hopefully. Turn people on to 388 who are in the Red Meat Lovers Club and who are out there in Let's Eat South Florida land, because you know me, I don't just come out and say some places Lunchbox approved unless it passes the Mike Mayo taste test. I've been out here.
This is correct. I've seen you not approve a restaurant, and it's brutal.
Well, Maddie, I hope that you are, up for the challenge, and he's got some good people, heavy hitters, heavy eaters too. So that's going to be fun. Hey, let's take our final break, Lubie, and then we'll come back and wrap up this edition. We're going to kick Evan out, and I think we're going to get some dessert, and maybe Paulie Man will come back with some Napoleons and good sweets, which obviously I need. I desperately need the sweets for a sweet new year. Why not?
There you go.
All right, Evan, we'll see you on the 29th.
29th.
A pleasure. Thank you for coming out. Maddie, we'll see you after these words on the Lunchbox. For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway, just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We have so much fun today. I can't believe all this food. I can't believe all the things happening. The meatball battle with the boxing, Delray Boxing Center, January 29th. And we got Maddie here. Very gracious, hospitable host, not only feeding us, but also giving away to our audience a $100 gift card. And I have a winner here,
No,
sir.
you wanted to do one on air.
And
That's why
his
you were
name
giving me
is
being
Todd
so nice.
Cusato on his first guess, and he was the first one in.
Nice.
Baked clams are the winner. That is the top seller. And
That dish is
You
fantastic.
give us information and we'll mail it out to him.
yeah,
Or if
no,
he
we're
wants to
gonna
pick it up to you, it
we'll
doesn't
figure it
matter
out.
either way.
I could
So those are
we
the
will
baked-
make
those
arrangements
were
for you,
amazing.
Todd,
Thank you.
to be able to
Thank you.
get your $100 gift card here at 388. You're gonna have a great time. And look, it's dessert time here, just in time for the
Wow, this is
ending of the year. And before we get into dessert, I do want to mention one more thing, and that is your sausage. We had an interesting discussion when I came in here because I said, I love your sausage, particularly the fact that I don't taste any fennel seed in it. And
Also,
what you said was
we have it made without fennel seed.
because
Not important.
He's not
the man
important. I
hates
love this
fennel
guy.
seed. He doesn't want to hate on any particular food
No, it
item.
gets- a lot of people just crunch
Well, it gets
it
in your
with
teeth.
and
It's like a whole thing.
And it has a weird
It
flavor.
has a strong flavor
it has-
for such a small ingredient.
It's like some people love anisette and, having some ouzo or the sambuca. The fennel seed has kind of a strong flavor.
Absolutely.
I'm agnostic when it comes to my sausage. You could give me hot. You could give me
Yeah.
sweet. You could give me with fennel seed. You could give me without.
Just give it to you.
Just give it to me. And it reminds me, I wanted to tell the folks out there, just give it.
Yeah,
to
give me the sauce.
Give me my sauce.
Just give me the
At one
sauce.
point earlier in my life, I did have a nickname, Sausage Boy, because I did love to grill up some Italian sausage on the grill.
Oh my god!
But it reminds me, across my Instagram feed yesterday came this classic little snippet, and somebody turned it into a reel of Pat Cooper, beloved, rest in peace, Pat Cooper, comedian, Italian stand-up comic, who was at a Italian market in New York talking about his love of sausage. It was a cheese sausage that he was going on and rhapsodizing about how he loved it, and he put it on the grill with some onions, and he says, all these people, they're worried about cholesterol. Forget the cholesterol. Don't worry about it. Mine is at 800. When it gets to 1,000, I'm going to sell. And that's basically how I feel. And it's funny. He ate a lot of sausage over his life, and he lived to the ripe old age of 93 years
good
young.
for him.
He passed away last year, and it just goes to show you, stress is what kills you. Don't worry about the cholesterol. Don't worry about the A1C. All these things the doctors are trying to harp
Don't
on
go
you.
into the restaurant business.
Go into the restaurant. So you could find a sausage that even Pat Cooper would sing the praises of here at 388. What do we got in front of us?
That's our famous Napoleon.
Famous Napoleon.
looks
I had this the
fantastic.
other
Oh
week.
my
Yeah,
god!
we
Now-
make this. We make all our desserts here, except for the chocolate cake.
Yeah, this is something.
me get that for
I
you.
gotta. Well, you are in the classic
That's
French
beautiful. Oh my god!
service mode.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
go Mike Mayo wild and just dig my fork in there, but I'm gonna wait. Lubie, can we get a small plate there for
Yes, sir. Yes,
do
sir.
the final bite,
Go
the
for it.
piece de resistance,
That's
of course.
beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. You know, a lot of times you go into a pastry shop and they have
Let's
the
turn this
Napoleon.
around.
It's this
Very
little
light,
thing.
though. It's very light.
It
Look
is
at
very
that.
light. It
That
is
is
just
beautiful.
nothing but
So it's not that heavy Napoleon.
beautiful cream.
Ooh, look at these
fresh
cappuccinos. Holy
cream,
crap!
and layered with some of the pastry.
And yes, it's
on
after
top.
12, and we're having a cappuccino. We're not in Italy.
Oh my
so
god, that is so good.
They offered a cappuccino. We don't say
That's
no.
one of the best
This
desserts
is
I've had
gorgeous. Wow.
in South Florida this year.
So what is
Job well done.
comprised in the Napoleon
Pastry puff.
for us?
Then we
our
bake
lay
it.
people?
We let it rise. Then we make our cream. Then we drizzle it with chocolate syrup and put the crushed pastry puff on top of it.
That's amazing. That's all in house.
All in the house.
Lubie, when you taste it, you're gonna absolutely
Just
die.
looking at it,
It's-
the
or as I
cream
say,
And
looks
it's light. And it's light.
light, like
Yeah.
it's full of cream, but
Yeah.
you can tell it looks light.
it's not to die for, it's to live for. That's my preferred phrase. All right, I think we're almost ready to get out of here. I took my last bite of dessert. I'm going to take a sip of cappuccino. The real Italians, Anthony Bruno out there, I apologize. It's afternoon. The real Italians
They're
would
being
never
good
be
hosts,
caught
so
with this
we're
stuff.
we're throwing away all the mores.
That is so good. And again, at the last show of the year, I just got to, say
Everyone
a couple of
happy
words.
New
It's
Year.
been an eventful year. I lost my mom, but I
Sorry.
did, gained a lot of new friends, a lot of people in the business, sold my house, moved. It's been a great year, but I really want to thank all the viewers and people who support the Lunchbox, our sponsors. There's so many of them. They're on the bottom crawl. Without you, none of this would be possible, and it also helps support the work that I do with the Let's Eat South Florida group, which is, no small task trying to herd cats for 180,000 food lovers. But I know everybody out there, we all want the same thing, which is to be, well fed and enjoy ourselves when we go out to eat. And it's great to see restaurateurs here like Maddie and Paulie constantly raising the bar on food and service. So thank you, gentlemen,
thank
for
you.
everything.
Thank you guys for having us.
Everybody have a
Happy New Year, everyone.
happy, healthy, and very prosperous 2025. I can't believe it's 2025. Again, it was just the turn of the century, and now we're a quarter way through it. Time is flying, so enjoy every minute of it. Lubie, thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Defo will be back
It's been
later
a really
in the
fun
week
year,
when we go
and
to
I
Gulfstream.
can't wait for Friday. And everyone, please be safe. Have a fantastic New Year, and try and enjoy it. Let's try and enjoy it. Let's try and be happy as we get into the new year.
Every meal with family. Enjoy all the Napoleons, and most of all, people, enjoy every sandwich.